Hello and welcome to The Big Fight. And after all the announcements about financial inclusion and so on and so forth, the one big fight that's really been dominating the headlines for the last week or 10 days has been this entire question of love jihad. What is it, first of all? Does it even exist? And if it does exist, is it something that is being now used as a political weapon or a political tool? And if that's happening, who really is behind it? So that's the question that we're going to be discussing in some detail today. We are being joined by Tara Saidia, who's with us from Ranchi, who in a sense was the person whose case started this entire discussion, this entire debate. So Tara ji, बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद आप हमारे साथ हैं. We also have joining us from Lucknow is Subhashni Ali, member of the Central Committee of the CPM and former president of IDWA, so who's been doing a lot of work on this. With us here in the studio, Nalin Kohli, spokesperson of the BJP. Great to have you with us. Shazia Ilmi, wonderful to have you back with us here on The Big Fight. We have Acharya Ajay Gautam, who's a spokesperson of the Hindu Mahasabha. We'll be delighted to hear your views. Charu Gupta is a historian and an associate professor at the DU, whose article a couple of days back really restarted the entire debate and the discussions on what is love jihad and what's doing it. So as the person who's perpetrated the next wing of this, so you're back here to tell us what exactly you were feeling. Vinod Bansal, spokesperson of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, good to have you with us as well. And Sadia Dehelvi, journalist and author, thank you for being with us as well. तारा जी, मैं शुरू आप ही से शायद करता हूँ. आपके साथ जो हुआ, आपको क्या लगता है ये एक डिलिबरेट एफर्ट था किसी तरह आपको कन्वर्ट करने का?
जी, जैसा आप सभी लोग जानते हो, मैं एक हिंदू लड़की हूँ और मुझसे धोखे से उस इंसान ने हिंदू बन के शादी किया और उसके प्रूफ भी आ रहे हैं कि वो हिंदू है और फिर वो मुझे मजबूर करता है धर्म परिवर्तन करने पे, मुस्लिम धर्म को कबूल करने पे और ना कबूल करने पे. मुझे मार देने की धमकी, बहुत कोशिश भी की गई, टॉर्चर भी किया गया और मुझे बाहर भेज देने की बात कही गई.
और बाद में क्या यही मुद्दा था आपके दोनों के बीच में कि कोई और मुद्दे भी थे?
बहुत सारी, ये इसी से सारी स्टार्टिंग हो गया. फिर इनकी मदर कहती हैं कि अपने फादर से जमीन लिखवाओ क्योंकि मेरे फादर जमींदार हैं, कि जो भी प्रॉपर्टी है तुम्हारी वो मेरे बेटे के नाम लिखवाओ. मतलब हर तरीके से इन लोगों ने मुझे टॉर्चर करना शुरू कर दिया कि अगर जीना चाहती हो तो कबूल करो कि तुम मुस्लिम धर्म को मानती हो.
I just want to come to you, Nalin, and then I'm going to go to Subhashni as well. It's obviously a sad story what she's reporting, but having said that, it also has to be noted that in this country on a daily basis, actually on a every minute basis, there are lots and lots of disputes that arise between husband and wife, and husbands ill-treating their wives on a number of issues, from dowry to a whole bunch of stuff. The fact that there was a Hindu-Muslim aspect to this, has it been politicized out of proportion?
But there can't be, there isn't, and there shouldn't be, all of it. Any problems if anyone marries outside their faith out of free will. And that's what exactly the Constitution says. I think that's part of humanity. You can't really regulate love between human beings. And that's really a personal matter. However, what's happened is there's the other thing which I want to start with is that there's this belief that this is an agenda of the BJP. I've not read it in my party's manifesto anywhere. Leaders may raise the issue at the local level, and it comes up because, you know, if you look at what's happening around, say, Meerut, and I've been going through the newspaper reports, it's only based on newspaper reports. If you go down and see what's been happening in terms of courts commenting on it in Kerala, Karnataka, so, you know, just straight away, people saying, no, this is a BJP agenda, it's communal versus secularism. That's where I feel that this is nothing but an agenda by political parties not to discuss the real issues of India, which is development, or say, just as we have had the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, you know, 1.5 crore bank accounts on a day. These are important things.
I really couldn't help it but come in at this point of time. Nalin, that you say this is extremely heartwarming, and we salute you for this. But the fact of the matter is, Yogi Adityanath actually spoke about not just love jihad, but also converting and taking revenge for the same.
I'll answer it.
To
But
Muslim
didn't he
women.
say that several years back?
No, this was said just recently.
2007 actually. And he's questioned it as saying, let it be forensically checked, whether it's actually me. Second, Shazia is making an important point. I want to take it further.
No,
the
let me
point
finish.
is,
Let me
please,
finish.
please.
Just like in this matter, let's look at Sadanan Gowda's case, whose son has now been charged by a lady saying that she has cheated me. So men cheat women, Muslim women, Hindu women, Dalit women, Christian women get cheated. Their gender suffers. But these kind of statements and conversations of this kind just perpetuate the patriarchal feudal-like grip affecting women as a whole, not just Muslim and Hindus.
Okay, I'd
so
like to
I think
quickly-
it's an unwise step, a direction to take for
No,
any
I'll
party.
come on 2 or 3 things. Whether you look at what's happening in places like Uttar Pradesh, in the area particularly around Meerut, there have been reports in it. So therefore, political parties are not, and political leaders, particularly at various state, regional, local levels, they can't be immune to what are the issues coming up in the society. But to straight away take it up, and I find this tendency, linking it to the top leadership of the BJP, linking it down to the central leadership of the BJP, colluding and saying, no, the BJP only has a communal agenda, when the Prime Minister repeatedly has been speaking of development, the actions are pointing to that.
I'm
saying distinguish it.
Agenda. It should not be seen
That's
as
what I'm
the
saying.
BJP agenda.
Difference it. It may be a localized issue, discuss it as a local thing, to straight away extrapolate it and call it as a national agenda. I'm dismissing that.
So, Subhashini Ali, it is true that other political parties have also raised this sort of an issue. I mean, Mr. Achyutanandan raised it, I think, in Kerala a short while back as well. So, it's other parties have also done it. So, first, the political point. Is this something deliberately you think that the BJP is doing with an eye on the UP election?
This is communalization of the issue of violence against women, and also communalization of the right of women to enter into self-choice marriages. Now, by communalizing these two very important issues, what actually happens is that there will be more violence against women, that they will be deprived of their rights to self-choice marriages, and also many other instances of rape and atrocities get completely lost sight of, because the focus both of the media and of others is on one or two such incidents which involve people belonging to different faiths. This is very unfortunate, and Mr. I don't know what is the person who was representing the BJP.
Nalin Kohli.
He was talking about what is happening in Western. This was happening in Western UP.
Right.
Now, I would
but
just
can I
like
just say,
to
even Mr.
that
I'm just saying that when we're looking at the politicization, even Mr. Achyutanandan of your party, Mr. Achyutanandan also in Kerala said,
No,
Love
he didn't
Jihad
say
is an
anything
effort to turn Kerala into a Muslim majority state. So it's not the first or the only time that politicization is being done.
He never said that. I'm sorry, Vikram, he never said that. He never said that.
What exactly
He
did he
never
say?
said that.
Now, I want to come on this again.
I mean, you just are, I don't know what he said. He never said that.
1 minute. She doesn't
But
know
he
what
never
he
said
said.
that.
She doesn't know
I'm
what
sorry.
he said, but she says
What
he never
I'm
said
saying
that.
is,
I mean, this is really done. I mean, this is
No,
like,
he
you know,
didn't say
this
that.
is almost like fro goa being
he
made. You
never
know, you hold
said
it
it.
by the gullet and shove it down and say this is the BJP
no, I'm sorry, he
responsible.
never said it.
Okay, fine.
He never said this.
Okay, we'll take your word for
He
it.
never said this.
We'll take your word for it.
No, you don't have to take my word for it. You please find out. You've got a research department. Please
But
find
they
out.
are the
He
ones
never
But they are the
said
ones
it.
who are saying it, no?
They're the ones who found it. He had said it. Okay, fine.
No, he never said it.
Okay, if he didn't say it, we'll take this
I don't know
out. I
how we are
promise you.
going to VS Achyutanandan. So many issues have been raised about girls being teased, about women being teased. Figures are bandied about that 99% of the cases of rapes involve Muslim men. This is all not true. This is all complete distortion of facts.
Then what
And
is
in
the
the
true
second
position?
place, if
I'd like to
there
comment.
is the true position is, even the police records say that more than 1/3 of cases of violence against women involve family members. Another 1/3 involve their padosis, that means the neighbors, people that they know.
Do you
That
have
is
any
2/3.
study and evidence to
The
prove all
other
these things, what they are
1/3
saying?
Yeah,
They are defending the madrasas.
Actually, hang on. Can I just say something? Is there any...
What?
May I?
I mean, what is
What-
there?
what-
We have the all strategy. We have the all
You're
strategy.
saying that all attacks, you're saying that all
just
attacks
want
on
to make
women
a
are being
point.
done in an organized panel by members.
It's a organized crime.
No,
we
it
have
is
the
not
all
so.
data.
No,
we
it's
have the all data in last 5
there is
years.
no
This is
data.
the danger.
20,000
This
Hindu
is the
girls
no such
danger.
data.
are trapped.
Where have you got
How
this
many
data
cases
from?
of them are there?
We have the data. We have the
How
data.
many
This
data?
is
How
the
much?
data is
Because
published. This
Where
data
is
is
the
published in
data?
the many
Data.
magazines.
Which
In
magazines? Where
magazines,
is
we
the
also
data?
give a representation to the union, to the cabinet secretary of Union of
have
India
done
to
research
take
with CID
effective step on it.
reports,
And
police
the
reports.
madrasas in the UP under
I haven't
under
come
the
across this
security
kind
and
of data.
protection of the UP government, they are the factories to run the Love Jihad.
Look,
Oh
this
my
is
God, oh
this
my
is a
God.
strong...
I see that.
They are accepting that this is their issue. They are accepting that this is the problem that they are running.
This is the level of political discourse.
Can I just say something? Hang on.
Please.
Before you make a statement like that, I would really be delighted to know
Yes.
where you got the figures for that from. Because, by the way,
Yes.
the BJP, which is a political
just add
party
one
which
more
has
point?
actually
I
won
need to add a
70
point.
seats out there,
This was
even they will not
already
agree with that
Wait,
statement
wait.
which you just
Figures
made.
already published
So-
in news channels.
No, no,
Other
there are
news
no such
channels and
figures.
Nobody can challenge it.
No, no.
Which
No,
challenge?
why
I am
not?
challenging it
No,
right now. I'm
challenge
asking
it.
you to
There are no such figures.
It's a
There are no such figures.
It's a survey by an NGO. It's a survey
By one NGO.
NGO.
Which NGO is this?
The figures
Which
I
NGO is
quoted
this?
are from the National Crime Records
No, hang on,
Bureau.
hang on, Madhu.
And another news
Can I
channel
just press
published, and another news channel published.
I don't
all
care
these
what other
figures,
news channels did. I'm
sir.
asking you a simple question.
I-
You made a very strong and a rather
Yeah,
inflammatory
outrageous
statement.
and offensive,
You made a really
deeply
strong
offensive
statement. Now,
remark.
can I just ask you one thing? Nalin, the BJP is in power at the center. A
Thank
statement which
God,
has just been
thank
made by the
God.
Hindu Mahasabha. I want to get your reaction to what he just said. He said
want to.
all the attacks on women which are taking place are being deliberately done by madrasas. It's an inflammatory statement. Do you
Just
agree
see
with
the
it?
Just see the Meerut
Do you agree
incident,
with
just
it?
see the Muzaffarnagar
Can I ask
incident.
him for his response? Do you agree with what he said?
First of all, this matter of love jihad, as has come up primarily from the south. The word has picked up currency in UP particularly and definitely in Western UP. There have been cases, I'm not talking of love jihad, where there has been communal tension based on the facts, and I'm only going by the reports. Let's leave out for a second Hindu-Muslim because it's obviously religious. And there's a perception among some people that the girls may have been taken either forcibly or through coercion or through even inducement. Now let's pause that for a minute. There are examples there, so therefore political parties have come in. What's the larger question? The larger question is Uttar Pradesh is seeing this tinderbox because essentially, in my assessment, A, governance has collapsed. And B, just hear it carefully.
all over the place. I'm asking you a simple question. He made a statement.
I'm coming to it. I need to put the
What has
context.
this
I will
got
not.
to do-
the context.
Madam, one
What
minute.
has
I
this
will
got to
put
do
the
with
context
what the
because you
Hindu
can't take
Sabha
away how
gentleman
I'd like to
I'm
answer the
sorry.
question.
This is
Madam,
not-
no,
you
I'm sorry.
cannot answer
I also
questions
agree,
in this
disagree
way.
with the left front.
This is not
When
the
it comes
way.
to anything,
No.
there is always an anti-agenda with the
Answer
BJP.
the
So we
question.
agree.
Madam,
I will govern it, but you will
Madam,
have
I'm
to
just
let me
asking you a
answer
simple
how I
question.
want.
I'm right, I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
It's
hold
about
on.
something
No,
very
madam.
simple.
You may take any stand you want, but left or right, we are ideologically opposed, and I have my right to
But
put
we're
it
not
there.
talking about that.
So anyway,
I'm
so
asking
I'm saying in a context. Hold
This
on.
all happened before
Arey,
all
I'm
media,
swinging
before
in.
all countries.
No,
When you
sir.
go through the Meerut accident, Meerut incident,
No, you
either
made a
you approach the
statement.
Muzaffarnagar
You made
incident.
a
One
This
minute.
all
Will you
organized
hear me
on
out?
the name of secularism. On the they give some kind of lalach and all these things. Ki you will
Women
get
are-
some
women
job.
are
You will
fools that
get
they'll be
you will
not
get some
socially-
profit
this is
from
just
that.
not
If
true.
you
Women
adopt
force.
this.
It's
They
just
trapped
not
Hindu
true.
girls
Women's
on the
love is
name
not
of
so cheap.
secularism only. India is facing a problem.
Okay,
This
can
is
I-
on the
Nalin,
name of
we
secularism.
heard you.
And then
we
Hindu
heard
girls
you.
are the
Hearing me.
victimized
We heard
by
you.
name of the secularism.
We heard you. We heard you.
Someone
Nalin,
must
Can I
hear me.
please?
Nalin,
Women
can
are
you know? I'm
victimized.
just trying to get Nalin to say yes or no. Do you agree with what he's saying?
Well, I was going to come to it, but I'm going to end with
You're not
that.
gonna come to it.
I will end with that. I will finish my context.
Can I just-
You will not. I'm sorry, man.
Nalin, you're playing
Vikram,
Humphrey
can I get a
Appleby. I
word?
want you to
No,
give a
I'm not
simple
playing
answer to
Humphrey
what he's
Appleby.
saying.
I can
You
play Jim
are.
Hacker equally well, but I would like to come back to the point.
Nalin sir,
आपको सर मुझे सुनना पड़ेगा दो
Bharatiya Janata Party won on the Hindu votes.
सर ऐसा है
No, it
मैं
was-
पहले on
Anybody else who voted for
Wanna comment on that too?
Please beware now.
on the
You have to defend him
development.
because you won on Hindu votes. That's what he's
Development.
Let me
saying.
start from the
You're
top.
in a fix.
Hold on.
Where are you going to
No,
go
no,
from
no,
here?
not at all.
BJP
One
Hang on.
second. Stop,
I
stop,
am
stop,
not
please,
in a
please.
fix. And I want to say this as a representative of my party. We have full faith and we have full commitment in the Constitution of India. Number one, I said we have come here and we defend the Constitution. We say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. We are here on the vote of India. India represents Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, Zoroastrians, Jews, everyone. There's no
Thank you
question
for
of any
telling us
distinction.
that.
Number one.
Atheists.
Number two, this is the point. No, I'm sorry. You may be, I'm not. Number two, the second point is this, that the gentleman is saying we've come on the Hindu vote and so we should be doing, we will follow the law. Wherever the law is, anyone is guilty, we will follow that. Three, if there's a perception about anything in society, that's not an agenda of the BJP. That's an agenda which is in society, and political parties, including the BJP, may get involved in it, may not get involved in it. But to hold it as an agenda of the BJP is not accurate.
Was that a yes or a no?
I told you yes and no. I said I don't agree with that
I don't
statement.
think you should
saying-
expect a yes or no. Now you come in. He made a certain statement.
No,
Nalin is not, for whatever reason,
You know,
specifically
as
answering
a
it.
gender
I answered that.
historian of modern India who has researched extensively in archives, through police records, through CID reports, through popular pamphlets, through handbills ranging from early 20th century. I can categorize, I have statistical evidence, I have police reports, I have CID reports to say that whenever there is an escalation of communal violence, Hindu organizations have used women's body, they have used arguments of love, marriage, everyday inter-religious interactions between Hindus and Muslims to fan communal mobilization. In the 1920s, when there were maximum UP riots than ever witnessed before, it was camouflaged in the language of abductions, and now it is being given the name of Love Jihad. And in this campaign, constantly the Muslim male is portrayed as a scoundrel. There is an attempt to build a hate psyche, to build a Hindu common sense. Second point I want to make it, while every cheating, deception, violence, coercion against women has to be severely condemned, it is structured by larger patriarchal structures. I think the problem arises when any kind of romance, love, elopement, marriage between a Hindu woman and a Muslim male is rewritten by Hindu organizations as forcible conversions. Third, I think campaigns like Love Jihad completely marginalize any possibility of women exercising their legitimate right to love, choice or conversion. It is impossible for them to conceive that a woman can on her own, convert or voluntarily elope. And in fact, such women are branded as foolish, stupid, as if they have no mind of their own. They can be lewd.
Save the Hindu girl.
Women can save themselves. Women can save themselves. Please let me finish.
We are not saying the females are fools, but this is the responsibility of the head of the community.
Women can take care of themselves. Let me finish. Vikram, I want to make two more points. I think
there is a code words. Why not? Why not you are revolving the code words? Love Krishna, that means you have to trap the Hindu girl. Love Jesus, that means you have to trap the Christian girl.
I want to make two more points. I want to make two more points. That, those who have been on the margins of society, be it Dalits, they have constantly used conversions to challenge hierarchy. Ambedkar said he is born a Hindu, but he will not die a Hindu. Conversions is given to us by the constitution.
Bodhi is an integral part of Hindu. Bodhi is an integral part of Hindu.
One of the reasons why myths like Love Jihad also to be opposed is because they privilege moral panic and public morality over constitution.
I will agree with that point. That point I will agree.
I want to make a last point. I just want to make a last point. I want to say that there is a fear and anxiety in many of these Hindu organizations that women are now deciding on their own whom to love, whom to marry. They are breaking certain norms and rules.
Why this rule is not applying on Muslim girls?
Why? I want to ask one thing. Before we do anything further, I don't want to go back to Tara Sedu because she may have to leave us. Tara ji, एक चीज मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा, जो भी आपके साथ हुआ गलत हुआ, पर एक तरह से क्या आप इस बात से सहमत होंगी कि कोई भी महिला हो, किसी भी समुदाय की हो, अगर वो अपनी इच्छा से किसी से शादी करना चाहे तो वो उसको इजाजत मिलनी चाहिए, उसका पूरा अधिकार है कि वो जिससे भी शादी करना चाहे उसको करना चाहिए। मुसलमान लड़की है जो हिंदू से शादी करना चाहे, हिंदू लड़की है मुसलमान से शादी करना चाहे, उसमें कोई रुकावट नहीं आनी चाहिए। क्या आप इस बात से सहमत हैं?
चाहे आपका पति होने वाला पति अपना एक स्वतंत्र रखता हो।
पहले मेरा सवाल आंसर करेंगे फिर आपका
सवाल। कोई भी इंसान अपनी मर्जी से जिंदगी जी सकता है, अगर वो अपनी मर्जी से चाहता है तो वो कर सकता है, लेकिन बस कभी कोई फोर्स नहीं कर सकता किसी को भी किसी चीज के लिए। अगर आप अपनी मर्जी से करते हो तो वो आपका फैसला होता है।